Welcome to week 6 of our online program, 12-week countdown to travelling and hiking. Today we're talking about cardio. Exercise that gets us puffing, that gets our heart pumping, exercise that expands our cardiovascular system's capacity. We're going to pick up from last week where we talked about the changes happening to the female body at peri and postmenopause and why we need to be careful about how we approach building our cardiovascular fitness, as what has worked for us in the past when we were young probably isn't the right approach for us now. Hopefully you've picked up by now that a big part of the equation is about our ability to recover. If the changes in our body mean that they can't keep up repairing, rebuilding, recovering, we won't make the gains that we're working so hard for. The problem with the standard medium intensity cardio regimes that a lot of women do, walking, swimming, biking multiple times a week, is that it can take a lot of energy as it's not low intensity, and yet it's not high enough intensity to challenge the body enough to get the specific adaptations that we want. So building the muscle, building the energy. It tends to just maintain us at that level while using our precious energy resources. There can be a lot of talk around the benefits of zone 2 training, which is roughly the equivalent to medium intensity training. But the research done by the likes of, say, Dr. Stacey Sims, which is women specific, points the opposite way for peri and postmenopausal women. It's not to say don't do it, just be wary of thinking of this as the default of your exercise plan. You can be more strategic, particularly if you're struggling with energy levels. I've talked a lot about low, medium and high intensity. So first up, I'll address how you actually know which intensity you're in. There are various approaches to this and various zones with various percentages of maximum heart rate associated. But let's keep it simple. So first up is low intensity. Low intensity is that long walk that you do once a week. You can chat to your friend, you could whistle if you felt like it, you could sing. You'll take it easy on the stairs. You don't really notice your heart rate getting up too much. And you could go on for hours like this. Sure, you might be tired afterwards, but you're happy to sit down to a meal. You don't have that kind of yuck tummy feeling at the thought of food, like straight after you've been for a hard run. Your sympathetic nervous system that puts digestion on the back burner hasn't yet been activated. Your heart rate will stay below around 60% of your maximum. For medium intensity, you're starting to puff. You could talk to someone, but you'd probably struggle to whistle or sing. You're more around 70% of your maximum heart rate. So this is your fast walk, your bike ride with hills, your swimming session. You could do it for around 30 to 60 minutes, more if you're well trained, but you'd be struggling to keep going at that pace beyond that. High intensity is hard work. You're struggling, you're puffing, you can't talk. For this kind of work, we want it only to be sustainable for seconds, maybe a minute max, and then you're out. You feel sick to your stomach, you have to stop. This is 80% and above of your maximum heart rate. While you may only do this for a few short bursts a week, it is really challenging for your cardiovascular system, and so your system expands to accommodate the challenge. So this is what medium intensity work doesn't do so well. High intensity gives you more bang for your buck, even if you're only investing a few 30-second bursts a week. Unsurprisingly, if you've had any concerns with your heart, a stroke, etc., please check in with your GP around how best to approach this kind of work first. Either way, don't forget the general rule of thumb. Gradually work up to a high intensity and pay attention to your body while you do it, straight after, and the next day. Get to understand what is normal, and if you have any questions, please see your health professional.